It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Houston Texans and the Los Angeles Chargers. And it's all just ahead on Madden NFL 25.
Southern California has a new modern home for NFL football, and it is this place, wondrous SoFi Stadium here in Inglewood. Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and as we look at this matchup, every time there's something different to focus on. So I'll just ask you, what do you see here in this one?
Well, Brent, you've given me a pretty blank canvas to focus on, haven't you?
Yeah.
Where do you think I'm going to go with this?
Oh, secondary?
You know me well, right? In a game like this, it's always about the secondary. Can they handle the passing attack and make a few plays?
Set for a start, it's Dicker the kicker. Cameron Dicker with a run-up, and off we go from SoFi Stadium. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
Stroud looks to throw on the first play. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. On the ground, this is Joe Mixon, and this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle, and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
And Stroud wisely slides down safely after picking up the first down. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first.
Certainly not a positive sign if you're the D coordinator and you see your guys give up that space so early in the game. 3rd down, that's when the clamps are supposed to come out, but his ability to create things with his legs makes things difficult.
In motion right, that's Collins. He's going to get it on the jet sweep. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. Joey Bosa in on the stop. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's a 2nd and 8. Play action. Here's Stroud. Dumps it off to Mixon. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area. But they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Throwing now is Stroud. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that'll bring up 4th down.
I thought maybe when he caught it, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. Back deep for L.A. is Darius Davis. And this will be out of bounds, and they spotted it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. Here are the Chargers ready to go on offense, led by their first-round pick in 2020, the man out of Oregon, Justin Herbert.
And he is just absolutely marvelous to watch throw a football. That's something I could do all day long, watch him throw routes versus air. But he's even more impressive when there are bodies on the field, and he's creating with big throws downfield.
Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their own 15. First carry now for Gus Edwards. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Defense able to get there, swarm to the football. Zilch, 0 nada there for the offense, Charles.
Yeah, it really was an example of good team defense, wasn't it? Everyone handled their responsibilities, and they held them to no gain.
On the run, this is J.K. Dobbins. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. It's a gain of 11 and a 1st down, L.A.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
Right back to Dobbins on 1st. That's to about the 28. 2nd down coming up.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Out of the gun, Herbert. He'll get this over the middle here to Palmer. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. This now a 3rd and 4. Now it's Herbert. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a 1st down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Back to throw here, Herbert. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Quentin Johnston, 33 yards. And the Chargers will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. And he knew he was going to take a shot in the pocket. He did, but he also found a way to get it into the end zone.
And that has to ease the pain a little bit of the shot he took, didn't it? Being able to throw it into the end zone for a touchdown.
For the extra point, Cameron Dicker. And the Chargers grab the 7-0 lead. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it was Quentin Johnston who finished that drive off with a touchdown grab. Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Stroud off the play fake. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Yeah, that's a good start to drive number 2. Remember, they had to punt the first time they had it. So maybe a little bit different sense of purpose here, and they start out with a nice gain and a quick first down.
On the jet sweep, there goes Collins. Shoves him aside. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there. Stroud to throw it. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. A busy first quarter. His 3rd catch of the afternoon is a first down.
A 5-yard gain on the play. First down, Texans.
Play action. Stroud now. Well, a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Offense was moving them a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they're in a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
2nd and 10. Here's Stroud. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Boy, that was certainly well read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackle him for just a short gain.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. Here goes Stroud again. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 31-yard line. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. That's on Shaq Mason, the guard.
Still first down.
The false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. And Stroud now to throw. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll make it 2nd down.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere. In the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
Can we just take that run and turn it into kind of a clip and save? Because that tells you everything you need to know about this drive. They've been moving the ball awfully well.
They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Keeps himself upright. But now he's swallowed up and taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Got to give him points for the intent, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area.
Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because you know after the sack there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
Fairbairn now following the made field goal. He'll send this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Rolling to his right. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Well, that turned out better than most of the passes he could have thrown on that snap. The coverage downfield was excellent, but the containment close to home left him a backdoor escape, and they paid dearly for not locking up.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 32-yard line. Herbert. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Now a 2nd and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
The Texans here on 3rd down, putting an extra defender in the secondary. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Flush to his right. Herbert able to show his wheels as he gets the first.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the first down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. A give, Dobbins trying the right side. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
A big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line to hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, a 15-yard touchdown run. And the Chargers add 6 to their lead. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, something I say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Dicker down to tack on the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it's finished off by a touchdown run from J.K. Dobbins. So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And he's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, a 14-3 ball game. Texans football to start quarter 2 as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Denzel Perryman there to bring him down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Now Stroud. The left side caught by Diggs. Well, a pretty move couldn't create much space. Down just beyond the 35. It'll go as a gain of 4. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. Stroud looking to throw. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. Here's Tommy Townsend now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. J.K. Dobbins leading the way as the offense returns to the field. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the 2nd quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back. And that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Over the middle and caught by McConkey. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. 46 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down, keep the sticks moving.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. That's out wide for Palmer. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that will bring up second down.
A gain of 5 brings up second and 5 at the 41-yard line.
Herbert now. Short throw to Disley. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up third down.
And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on third down. Here's Herbert. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. The drive stays alive. A third down gain of 8.
No shortage of impressive moments from him thus far. Now he's halfway to the century mark, and we're still in the first half. There's been no answer for his running ability so far by the defense. I can't wait to see what adjustments they'll have to make during the halftime break.
From the 50, here's Herbert. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
And good yardage there on first down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
And from the 42 now, here's 2nd and 2. A give up the middle to Dobbins. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
From the shotgun, here's Herbert. On the out route, he finds Johnston. And he's taken down inside the 30. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
23 yards, the final tally.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll run with Dobbins. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. One more time with Dobbins. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. J.K. Dobbins with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Chargers are able to add on to that lead. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Extra point try now from Dicker. And it's 21-3. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it's finished off by a touchdown run from J.K. Dobbins. Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Houston set to take over. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. They find some open field here. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
Well, how many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. And that led to a really nice game.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Stroud sets up the play action. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Nico Collins, 51 yards. And the Texans are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. And when the quarterback drops and has a guy that wide open in the end zone, his eyes have to get just as big as grapefruits.
Oh, without a doubt. This is the easiest throw you're going to get, and you're going to get the benefit of a touchdown on top of it. Make that throw.
Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. It's up and good, and the lead is down now at 11. It's 21-10. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it was Nico Collins who finished it off with a touchdown reception. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. J.K. Dobbins leading the way as the offense returns to the field. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. Herbert off of play action. Short throw to Disley. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds.
I like the thought process. I like the design, but I think he may have waited a little too long to spot his man, because if you're going to run that drag route, you've got to put it on him and let him turn upfield. Instead, he waits until his receiver's too close to the sideline and they don't get the yards after the catch.
To the right side, this is Edwards. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down.
Well, partner, they've been running it well the entire game, and the big guys up front, they're a huge reason why. And now they're reaping the benefits as they continue to open up big holes and gain nice yardage.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Here's a 2nd and 8. Here's Herbert. Now this one finds McConkey. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 43. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 43. Slant route going to be caught by Palmer. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
They go back to the ground with Dobbins. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it? How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that 1st down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. Cameron Dicker on now to try the field goal. It'll be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the lead grows to 14 and 24-10. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And now out comes Houston. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Stroud. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
I know that halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his big catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. And from the 34, here's 2nd and 4. Stroud to throw it. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. That is caught, and he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. The throwing again is Stroud. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down.
And a nice job by the two of them to not only connect on the pitch and the catch, but to carry over their practice work to the game field. They saw the adjustment by the defense, made an adjustment themselves, and picked up the first down.
Here's Stroud. Over the middle, he gets it to Collins. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And Stroud now to throw. That's complete to Dell. So the completion good for 7 there. And it's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Throwing now is Stroud. Throw over the middle is taken in by Dell. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Charger drive about to get going. And they'll have time for 1 play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
We were treated to a fine first half from running back J.K. Dobbins. He chipped in a couple of touchdown runs as he was running with determination right from the word go.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Well, this has certainly turned into a showcase game for what he can do on the ground because they're just continuing to give him chances to run it, and he's earning every additional carry by putting up positive yardage on each run.
An option handoff here to Dobbins. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Here is 3rd down and 4. Herbert. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 46. Now it's Herbert. That one complete to McConkey. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 2 choke plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10. Dobbins running out of the gun. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
Cameron Dicker on now to try the field goal. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. And this one is right through, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Here's the Texans offense now, readying for their first possession of the second half. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
Now Stroud. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it's second down. Mixing up the middle. And he'll earn a couple of tough yards past the 30 to the 31.
Well, it's tough time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Stroud looking to throw. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
Andy, do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. After the turnover, here's Herbert. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Justin Herbert looking to pass. They'll get this over the middle here to Palmer. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a 1st down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
Now a handoff for Dobbins. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
From the 9, 2nd and 5. They'll go again with Dobbins. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
3rd and 2. Back to throw here, Herbert. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Will Anderson, he's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away from pretty good yardage. At that time, they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So they got the turnover, started with great field position, but in the end, the defense able to hold firm, and they only get 3 out of it.
And I like what you said right there. That defense able to hold firm, backed up into the shadow of their own end zone. Goalpost right behind them. They had to make sure they didn't give up the 6. And, boy, they came through in a big way. To them, even though they gave up 3, that's a win for their side.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. But the football going back over now to the Houston Texans. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. From the gun, a give to Mixon. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down, then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
Well, they certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than 1 tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Stroud to the right side and caught by Dell. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down.
And the Texans first down.
Inside handoff to Mixon. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
2nd down and a little more than a yard here. And they'll go play action here with Stroud. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 27-yard line. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. Operating from the gun. Stroud got his man, Dell. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Back to throw. Stroud. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Third quarter now from SoFi Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Tough spot here, 3rd down and 11. Looking to throw. Stroud. Looking middle, and that's complete. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and it'll be 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Fairbairn able to put this one through, and that will close the gap down to 14. So that maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but it does get them back within a couple of scores.
And at this point in the third quarter, you don't have much margin for error, and that means you can't have drives that end with nothing. Whether it's a punt, a turnover on downs, those have to go away. You have to end with a kick, either a field goal or an extra point after a touchdown.
Fairbairn now following the made field goal. He'll send this one away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Chargers offense and Justin Herbert getting set for this next drive. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here. The Charger drive about to get going. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Here's a give to Dobbins. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. To the right side and intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter, but that not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Throwing to start the drive. Stroud firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. It's Texans football, but they trail here as we get started in the fourth quarter. They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. Operating from the gun, Stroud. This one left side caught by Collins. And he gets it down to the 32. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Here's a give to Mixon. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard. Second and 9. Play action. Stroud now.
All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up third.
Late in the game, he's certainly doing everything in his power to buy time for his guys to make a play, but in this case, he's surrounded, and all he has room to do is to get back to the line of scrimmage.
This offense on third down today, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 9. A handoff to Mixon. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Back to Mixon on first down. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Now to change things up, Stroud will throw it. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Schultz. And the Texans are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Stroud. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Stroud to throw it. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Give him credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Again, it's Stroud. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Dalton Schultz, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Texans have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. No surprise there. 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. A 10-play drive that time. And it was the tight end Dalton Schultz on the touchdown reception to cap the drive. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And able to get this out to the 25. The Chargers offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time. The Charger drive about to get going. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Another run here with Dobbins. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them, because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Texans offense and C.J. Stroud getting ready for this next drive. And we'll take you through some of the highlights here. You'll notice he had a hand in a lot of them so far. He's got this offense rolling right now. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And it feels like the momentum has shifted. They scored, then their defense forces that last punt. And now a chance to tie the game on this possession. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Here's Stroud. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Yeah, and that's just so difficult for them, because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
He'll drop this one down to Mixon. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. He's having a big game through the air, and sometimes those smart decisions just dump it off. That's how you continue to have big games through the air.
I agree totally. That's a great analogy, a great way to put it, because he doesn't get too greedy where everything has to be pushed downfield, trying to create big plays that aren't there. You dump it off and take that nice gain, and things add up, and now you have the kind of game he's having.
And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. And Stroud now to throw. Over the middle, he gets it to Collins. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Stroud sets up the play action. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
I like how he hung in there and went through his progressions, but eventually his internal clock went off and told him it was time to make a run for it, and he ends up sliding down with a solid gain.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Throwing now is Stroud. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. First down marker at the 5. It's 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Stroud. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I guarantee he quietly has told him, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Looking to throw. Stroud. Touchdown! Nico Collins, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it was Nico Collins who finished it off with a touchdown reception. This crowd, boy, in a state of shock. What was once safely in hand is now a tie game as the kick is away here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The home team's offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the 4th quarter. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it, and while he didn't get a first down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
Play action. It's Herbert. Finds Johnston. And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the first down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Option play, and they'll hand to Dobbins. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. Throw over the middle, and it's caught by Johnston. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Here's Herbert. Now this one finds McConkey. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Wide open receiver, complete. And the Chargers are going to have a first and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Here we go, first and goal. A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. And he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Chargers answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th.
And this is a time of game where offensive lines can really dictate a team's fortunes. It's been a tough battle. They've been out there for a long time. But this was a question of who can wear down who. And that's excellent work to put a long drive together and finish it with the touchdown run to take the lead.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And they will take a 7-point lead. So that drive 7 plays in length. And it's finished off by a touchdown run from J.K. Dobbins. Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Texans offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. Here's 1st and 10. Stroud looking to throw. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. Here comes 2nd down. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his home. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Stroud. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game, is down to the next snap.
Another big play in a game that's had plenty of them. 4th and 2. They run for it with Mixon. Fighting his way through contact. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. Now Stroud. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Stroud to throw it. This goes out wide for Mixon.
That completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They've got to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate it.
Well, here's a big one. You can just feel it. This is 3rd down now. Here's Stroud. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to get out of bounds with the 1st down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the 1st and save a timeout.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there. Picked up the 1st down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have as well as they understand where they are in the field?
To throw is Stroud. That's complete to Dell. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. Final minute, 1 timeout remaining. 1st and 10. Here's Stroud. And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. That time, a 9-play drive. And the touchdown and PAT mean we are tied here in the final minute of play. This one, all we could have asked for. All tied, final minute as the kick's away here. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. The home team's offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And as we take a look at some of the highlights, we see just how impactful he's been. He and his quarterback have such a great chemistry together, and it's been on full display throughout the contest. come up. 1st and 10 here. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's 2nd down.
Our gain of 2 brings us 2nd and 8 at the 30-yard line.
Here's 2nd down. Herbert. Dobbins with it. Oh, what a nice tackle there. That will hardly move the needle at all offensively. A very short gain.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
And we've got free football. 4 quarters done, and we're dead even. We'll have overtime after this timeout. So the Texans will have the first opportunity here in the overtime session as we are back underway. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Short gain there to start overtime.
Almost a tester play, wasn't it? Wanted to see if the guys on defense were going to fit the gaps the correct way because we're in overtime. So it's not just physical tiredness out there, right? Mentally, are you still doing what you're supposed to do? And they were up to the task on that play.
And certainly fatigue on both sides of the football. And he'll get this to about the 34, a gain of just 3. It's 3rd and 4. Big play here, trying to keep this opening drive of overtime alive. First throw of overtime. Stroud got a man. It's Collins complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. He's now just 3 yards shy of 197 yards receiving on the contest and a first down. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. What they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
Now it's Mixon running right. And some strong running. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 124 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. They go with the ground game, pick up the first, now in plus territory.
And that changes the whole mentality of a play caller, doesn't it? Once they cross the 50, they feel like they're in the strike zone, all right? You don't have to be in the red zone to take those big shots downfield or go after the end zone.
Right now, that might be available to him.
And now this first drive in OT continues. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. They've had some success here in overtime on this opening drive running the football. Right back to that well.
And why not? When you have that kind of success, make them stop you. And until they do, keep going back to that well you just spoke about. I think there's more water there available to him.
Again, it's Mixon. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. Shaping up to be a very efficient opening drive here in overtime.
And can you feel the tension building? Because I'm feeling it, all right? I've got the sweaty palms here with each play because of the enormity of what's going on. Each play means so much in overtime, and they're handling it well as this drive continues.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. But he's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Stroud to throw it. Over the middle, complete. It's Collins. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Now remember again, a touchdown wouldn't win it just yet, but it can give him a big leg up. It's 2nd down. On the bootleg, Stroud. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Yeah, you only get a 1-yard buffer there from the line of scrimmage, and he got downfield a little too far, and the flag came out. Stroud. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal. Mixon. They'll give it to Mixon. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry? I'd stay with him.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Once that ball was popped in the air, you could almost hear the silence, the collective breath being held here in the stadium.
Let's be honest about it. We both came out of our chairs, didn't we? All right, anytime you see the ball in the air like that, there is that collective rise, the crowd holding its breath, and boy, oh boy, the moment of truth as it comes down. Man, that was something.
Everything. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Only a 3-yard loss there on the sack, but more importantly, it leads to a 4th and goal. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage, or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call.
So the field goal unit is on the field, as this is a big spot right here. This to at least get them a lead here in overtime. The kick by Fairbairn is good. Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for them.
You're exactly right about that, and this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
So only a field goal on that opening drive of overtime. Will that hold up? We'll find out as the kick's away. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Chargers ready to take over. Well, it's pretty simple now. They need a field goal out of this drive to extend overtime, or obviously, Charles, a touchdown to win it.
Yeah, and I'm taking the defense's perspective on this one, partner, because now they know with a 3-point lead, they can afford to give that up because you just keep playing, right? Overtime gets extended. But if you give up the touchdown, it's game over. So on offense, every play you make, you've got to try and get just a little bit more out of each one in order to try and get to the end zone because they're going to play everyone back, keep everything in front.
115 yards rushing for him now as his big night continues.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
3 points here are a must. A touchdown would win it. Here's 2nd down.
Ball start, offense.
Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Now after the false start, here's 2nd and 7. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Now Herbert with his first throw in OT. And Herbert going to slide to a stop, and he has a 1st down. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
Let's give him the credit he deserves because he can really do no wrong. It's got to be demoralizing for a defense to have someone who can cut up your secondary all game long with his arm and then rip up a huge gain like this with his legs. A championship effort from that man under center.
So again from the 39, this time from the other side of the field. Here's 1st and 10. They'll try the air now with Herbert. Slant route going to be caught by Palmer. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Now they run the option on 2nd down. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. It's a gain of 11 and a 1st down L.A.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. And this will be caught. Touchdown. They needed overtime to get it done, but put this one in the win column. A great game, partner. Spectacular finish. They needed at least a field goal to keep the game alive. They do one better. They get it in the end zone and end it.
And I don't know about you, but I'm worn out. That type of a game takes it all out of us as well, not just the guys on the field. What a tremendous finish, and as you noted, were they going to go and try and get 3 and keep the game going? And that wasn't good enough for them. They got the touchdown, and that's why we're able to say goodbye.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout, but instead they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to a one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. In this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. From Southern California, so long, everybody.